Talking Gotham, 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 talking Gotham.
The fire rises as this is the end. We are almost at the end of Gotham. It's hard to believe, but here we are. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam. Welcome to Talking Gotham, episode 54. We are on the final 2 episodes before the series finale. And yeah, things are coming to a head. We got Bane. We got the League of Shadows. We got a lot of stuff. But this is the penultimate episode of Talking Gotham. It's so surreal to say out loud, but here we are. First up from 3 Movie Cinemas, Jake Collins. How are you?
I'm doing well. The fire's rising in me, and I can't wait to see Bane basically try to blow up Gotham because it's never been done. This has never been done before. It's never been done in a movie made by Christopher Nolan back in 2012. This is all just an original idea.
I saw it in the movie once. I saw that in the movie once.
Yeah, it looks very. I wish we had the Spider-Man 3 clip. Very.
Oh no, wait. I think we do. Let me look.
It's very.
Keep on talking.
The scene reminds me is very cute. The Spider-Man 3 clip.
I'm trying to look for it. Oh, there it is.
Then it looks very similar.
But Matt Wyatt, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. We are now towards the end of the series of Gotham. It's literally been, I've said this many times before when we were Talking Gotham, that it's literally been nearly 1 year since we got Talking Gotham from the beginning. And it's crazy how far we've come. But because with Smallville, because that show ran for like 10 seasons, and we covered 3 episodes per week, and we do watch parties here and there for the first and last episode, we did that for nearly like 2 years of that show because it was longer. But this was like 5 seasons, and now we're at the end of it. That's just insane.
Yeah, it's just really insane to think about. But here we are, and we're doing 2 episodes this week, and then later on, we will be doing the series finale watch party style here on the channel. And that watch party will be the end of an era because all of the Talking Family series of shows will be moving from this channel over to the Small Zero channel officially. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but I'm just letting you all know in advance so that when no more talking episodes appear on the channel, well, they've moved. So be on the lookout for all of that. And Small Zero, we're very
okay. He's been saying it for weeks. It's your fault if you don't listen.
Just a constant reminder in case some of you are new to this video and you didn't watch any of the previous episodes and didn't follow us along for the past year.
It's gonna be like some idiot's gonna be
absolutely.
On the channel. Where's the Talking Gotham and Smallville spot?
Where's the Talking Gotham? Where's all that stuff on your Small Zero show?
Where did it go? But
where is it?
All of that will be going over.
Where is it?
All that will be going over to that channel. We will be picking up where we left off on a series that we had started years ago, and we will be continuing with that one over there. So be on the lookout for all of that. But with all of the hot dogging out of the way, let us get into the third from last episode of Gotham. This is season 5, episode 11, called, scratch that, reverse that. Let us get into the third from last episode of Gotham. This is season 5, episode 10, called I Am Bane. Matt?
The final season of Gotham continues in 2 weeks on Fox.
The fire is always rising. But anyway, the episode aired on March 21st, 2019. The government approves mainland reunification and sends the military to commence the procedure. However, Duran's transformed by the strength-enhancing drug Venom and now calling himself Bane, captures Gordon, Bruce, and General Wade Walker reveals herself as Nisa Al Ghul, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, and tortures Gordon in front of Bruce as punishment for killing her father. Bane is sent to kill Barbara, who undergoes labor at Lee's clinic. Cobblepot and Enigma are prevented from escaping after Barbara steals the submarine's pressure gauge, forcing them to protect her from Bane before stealing back to the gouge. Alfred and Selena fight Bane, who defeats them and badly injures Alfred. As Barbara gives birth to her daughter, Lee convinces her that she does not have to leave Gotham and can work out raising a baby. However, they are captured by Nisa. Bruce frees himself and rescues Gordon and Wade, but the latter, now controlled by Strange, orders the military to bomb Gotham. Yeah, I saw this in the movie once, somewhere that was directed by Nolan.
Yeah.
All we need is for him to blow up Heinz Field.
Yeah, which there's some good things about this. I like there's some good things happening for Gotham, like them getting clean, drinkable water, and the general making contact with them, and everything. And they're like, all right, we're gonna be reunification. I'm like, all right, let's go in. And then all of a sudden, Bane shows up, which I love them putting Bane where he's like it kind of reminded me very much of the Schumacher film with Batman and Robin, where you have Hugo Straight, a mad scientist, making him Bane. All I was waiting for was because you would hear her saying the bane of existence. The bane. I was waiting for her to say the bane of humanity.
And then he just calls himself, I am Bane. Yeah, of course. But you look nothing like the character. you look like the cheek knock up of Tom Hardy.
Now what we need is for Bane to walk around going, bomb,
bomb. He's essentially a henchman. That's the thing. Is like I don't know why in every film it's like if they make him a villain, then they got to make him a henchman. With it's like in both movies, in all three movies, he turns into a henchman at the end of the movie. It's like in this, at the end of the thing, he turns into a henchman, and I'm like,
yeah,
why do they do that?
Because they like you said, when you watch The Dark Knight Rises, he was labeled as the main villain, the one who's the next version of the Joker, and then he becomes a henchman at the end. And apparently, Talia al Ghul, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, was the one behind pulling the strings. Oh, gee. And this is the like we brought this up many times in the previous episode when we had Nisa Al Ghul, that they had two different. She's like the second live action iteration of Nisa Al Ghul since the Arrow show.
Which I told Brian off camera, like in Batman Arkham Knight, it's a DLC mission where you have to save Ra's al Ghul and you have to do Nisa since Talia died in Arkham City. In Arkham Knight, Nisa's there wants you to kill her father, so that way you have a choice whether you can kill him or save him. I chose to kill him because I'm like, you get to see Ra's al Ghul dying in a hospital bed if you keep, versus in Arkham Knight, if you just give him the shot, he just turns and goes, and then he throws a smoke bomb and disappears. And I'm like, what? But I honestly thought that the opening though with like her saying Nisa saying the bane of existence, the bane of the corrupt. I was just waiting like. It's just so much reminds me of the Schumacher. She might as well say the bane of humanity. Turbo, show off for daddy.
I don't know if that's the thing you want to pull from show. Like I love that movie, but in an ironic sense. Like that Bane was not good, and like it's bad enough. I'm torn on this look because on the one hand I like the mask, but it's bad enough. It's like he has like the veins, and then he's got like the suit, and then it's bad enough he sounds dead ass like Jigsaw from Saw. So like.
I mean, also this is like the second time that they race swapped Bane from this live action since Dark Knight Rises. Like you couldn't make him a Latina and be more comic book accurate, but no, they just wanted to do like the Tom Hardy stuff.
But I will say Barbara.
The stuff with Barbara is interesting. I mean, her water breaks and like. Is like Penguin and Riddler was like, well, we'll take you there, and it's like they were totally gonna leave without her. Like, what are we doing here?
They both were gonna screw each other over either way, and then they had to go and rescue and protect Barbara and the baby and try to hold them off as much as they can in the hospital because now she's the target.
That was pretty cool when her water breaks and she goes John Wick. She goes.
He literally just goes John Wick and the pregnant lady from John Wick style. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, just getting food into the wheelchair.
What's What's the
I
story
thought
of
that
my
was so
birth,
funny.
Mom? Well, you were coming out, and all of a sudden I just started shooting.
It's like, oh
You could
crap!
tell that. You could tell that story.
Well, that I did love, and I love Alfred's little speech about how like when Bruce gets of age, like he's not gonna retire, but he'll always be there. Like I loved that. Like
Yeah.
man,
I love that
like
line. Yeah,
this and like the following episode, poor Alfred, like poor guy.
Alfred
It
gets
kind of
the
looked.
I
It
guess
kind of
someone
looked like when he was going.
Nightfall treatment.
It did kind of remind me when Batman goes up against Bane and he broke his back in the comic book, and they kind
That's
of did the
actually
same,
from
and
the
they did the
comic
same
book.
thing. They did the same thing in The
Bruce
Dark
is
Knight
too
Rises,
young.
and now kind of Alfred's kind of
Batman
suffering the
Nightfall.
same injury like like Batman did.
Bruce is too young to have a broken back, so we got to get someone to have a broken back because when you
Yeah,
have
they're
Bane
gonna
on
like
the
take
show,
it to like
his
David
back
Lascelles.
is
They're gonna
just
take him and
what
go,
he did.
and he's like, oh, I
Like
can't
he
come
broke his
back.
back and hit him, like threw him in the fucking lamp pole or something.
Which I did like though Alfred talking about to Slane about rebuilding, looking at blueprints, saying I'm gonna build Reman or Break for Bick, and I'm not retiring, but I'm like I can no longer stand guard and protect Bruce. I have to let Bruce grow protecting himself from now on. You know, I like that whole thing what Ryan was saying. Essentially, I was piggybacking on what Ryan was saying, and I do think that Ryan, like what he said, like what Alfred really is like I can't be Bruce's protector anymore.
Yeah.
And
Because
I like
right now we're getting like literally in the end of the series where now that Bruce is about to be close to being grown up and he knows and Alfred knows that now he's going to have to look after himself and he can't and like you
Yeah.
said you Jake and Ryan and Jake that he is going to have to protect himself that he cannot be his protector anymore. He can't now. He's about to reach his age where he's now going to have to look after himself. And eventually he's going to have to now when we get into that the second episode where he leaves, he has to go off to be training to become the best fighter in the world. And that was the whole purpose of it.
Which I will say when Barbara's water breaks, she's like, and he's like, go to the hospital. I'll even drive you. And she goes, no, we'll stay. He said, we'll stay right here. And you're only there. And then of course they double cross her and says, he said, no, he said, we're going to leave. Right. He goes, yeah, one less passenger. And he says, actually two. And he's like, oh yeah, right. Actually, too.
I find it funny that Nigma was able to take the gouge thing from Barbara. I was like, how did he get it?
Yeah.
How did she, like? Didn't she mention that she did not have it on her?
He must have checked to see if she was crowning, and then he's like, I got it. I didn't really.
How do you snatch it without noticing? How is that even possible?
He is the Riddler after all.
I mean, true. I mean, he's like pickpocketing.
Pickpocketing is an unfortunate thing.
You're pickpocketing the heavy object, dude. It's not like you're pickpocketing like pocket knives or fucking keys or wallets.
I do like when Bane.
Then I like the stuff with Nissa Ghul. I thought that I thought the whole thing of. I like the whole thing of where she was. And man, I'm losing my thoughts already.
Okay.
I like how she basically tortures Bruce by torturing Gordon.
Yeah. But I will say that we can all agree that her motives and her revenge is literally the similar to Talia al Ghul in The Dark Knight Rises. I want you to suffer. You murdered my father.
Killed my father.
You killed my father.
You took my. Which I will say, her emotion, the acting in this is great from her because you can see she's holding back tears and she's like, "You took him from me," like, and you just see like her tears in her eyes and like because she actually loved her father. But my only thing about that is. He wanted Bruce to kill him. So the first time,
you're mad. You do the first time Bruce like that. Like you said, like Ra's al Ghul wanted Bruce to kill him so that he can now die and not live an immortal life.
Cool. The first time you get a pass. The second time,
First time you get a free pass. And the second one, not so much.
That's like.
But I wanted to point out some of the fun fact. I mean, ironically, because I know these two actresses that portrayed Nisia al Ghul, two actresses were in the show Spartacus. They weren't in the show together. They were in there separately because the one that portrayed this version of Nisa was in the prequel show. And then the first actress was in the rest of the whole series as a regular.
I will say Bane torturing Gordon until Bruce can figure out what all this is happening. Like Walker, I like that, and I like when she said, "My name is Nisa al Ghul." We all figured, like, okay, that's Nisa. Like, I mean, that's
we can all put two and two together. I mean, who else would it be?
I mean, I would be thrown for a loop if it was a white lady and she was like, "Do you know who I am?" Because I'd be like, "I don't know," because I'm looking at her like, "You're not white." So, and also the guy who played Ra's al Ghul was not white. So I'm like, you have to be related to him. I'm like, I said, you kind of like I said, kind of like Mash. You could be the
I
same.
mean, Nisa and Talia, they come from two different mothers, the same father but different mothers.
And her mother must have been Asian, so because
maybe she probably was.
I will say though, Walker, like I did like the idea of Walker being revealed to be Nisa the whole time, and I like Nisa sitting Bane. I love when she said, "Go." He said there 2 people stabbed my father, and then she says, "Go, Bane, go get Barbara," and he says, and then he said, "Bring him back here," and then he's like, he said, "Eduardo, she's carrying a child," and then Bane just basically like say I forget what he said, but he said something where he's like I don't really care.
Yeah,
he kind of had that expression that he didn't care.
Bane was on one this whole episode. Like the part where Riddler throws the canisters at him and he just walks through the fire.
I was literally going to bring that up. Yeah, I find it was very hilarious that they were using flammable to take out the men, including Bane, but apparently Bane was able to walk through fire like the Darth Vader style.
I love whenever like he busts open the doors and then he walks in and just snaps a nun's neck. He grabs a nun, just goes.
Yeah, he snapped the nun's neck with one hand. Instant death.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm
like he just this like.
Confession's not going to work for that one, pal.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
There you go.
I will say it's him killing and then grabbing the microphone and saying, "Barbara King, there was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The day of reckoning is upon you." And he just looks up. You see all this nuns.
I was waiting. Since Ryan brought it up that he sounded like Jigsaw. I was literally thought he was going to say, "Do you want to play a game?"
Yeah, like I thought he said something similar, but I guess I must have been misremembering.
I want to play a game. I literally thought he was going to say that for the moment. That would have been funny.
I do like when the canister blew up and it blew Bane's men away and kills them, but then Bane just walks through the fire like nothing. You're like, what? They're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, he walks through the fire like he's Darth Vader.
It's like, I'm like, oh, they're screwed. That's
apparently his suit. Apparently he's fireproof.
Well, because I'll let Venom because in the comics.
I know I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious.
He can endure a lot of pains like Michael.
I understand that the venom in his system is now making him a little bit more indestructible.
You could shoot him in the head and he would take a bullet to the head.
Yeah, that's true. It wouldn't do anything. I mean, he could still get cut and bruises, but he's not going to go down. It'll barely make a dent.
I do like that Riddler agreeing to help Barbara.
I mean, you barely make him tickle.
I like Lee pushing. I still think Lee pushing Barbara in a wheelchair and Bane's attacking. And every time he goes, "Oh, behind us!" and then she turns the wheelchair around and he goes, "Ah!" Oh, she turned like.
I was totally laughing. Like, how am I taking this seriously? Bring the bitches doing gun fu John Wick style in the wheelchair. Come on.
I mean, she's just trying not to get shot. She's using Barbara essentially as a shield.
She's a very good shot while she's about to have a baby.
I do like about the heart about them raising a baby together. Like she goes, Auntie Lee and everything. And then I love, and then Bane basically jumps down and they're like, oh, screw.
But I will say that it feels like that now that the writers wanted to give Barbara a redemption arc now that she's about to have a child. And we already know that it's a girl named after her. When we get into that second episode,
I thought she was going to die.
It did have some heart-to-heart moment with her and Lee now putting aside their differences that, hey, running away is not the answer. You can be raising a kid in Gotham. But Barbara knows that she has done a lot of terrible things. She was a criminal, and she believes that Gordon is not going to let this slide and let a criminal walk free and raise a kid.
I will say I do like Alfred hitting Bane with the car, though. Because they're screwed. Because Zane's just sitting there like, oh, they're screwed. And then Alfred just goes, hits Bane with the car. And then they're like, all right, get in the car. Go, 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 go. And they get in the car. And all of a sudden, Selena's like, she goes, take him. And then he goes, no. He goes, he said, you get in the car with us. And then Bane gets up. And they're like, Alfred's like, I got this. And then Selena's like, I got this too. And then Lee drives away. And then all of a sudden, Bane just literally grabs Selena by the throat, throws her across the wall. Throws her across like the street, and then Alfred's like, and then he just goes to Alfred and goes, breaks Alfred's back, and I'm like, oh, and then Selena's like, and
Alfred,
And I'm
Alfred.
I'm like, I mean, seriously, he just knocks Selena out, and then he just goes Selena, and then she's like, and then he just walks away, and I'm just thinking, that is insane. Like, and then all of a sudden, Selena comes to, and she goes, "Help us!" Which I'm like, who's gonna help you? He literally killed everyone in the building.
To quote from the movie Scary Movie 6 with the nurses at the hospital in Scary Movie 6, bitch, we're on break. I'm about to eat my pork rinds, bitch.
Scary movie reviews on Small Zero. Go and watch them.
I will say though, him, they're all just hiding like this. Like they're like, what's that? Was that a meme with the scared black man behind the wall going like this, going? Like, you know that meme where it says like a Spider-Man meme where it's like Peter, he says, seeing that he gave basically the damage control, the mutant inhibitor, creative mutant inhibitor. He's like, well, you know, why somebody's getting beat up, there's that white man hiding over the corner going like, it's like, it's kind of like that where it's like Bane's out there destroying, wrecking people, and it's just the only nurses alive are like this. Like, I'm not going out there. He's gonna kill me. I mean, yeah, essentially he is Michael Myers. Okay, he's just going around murdering people.
Yep.
Yeah. I will say I do like that Barbara and Lee make it to the Sirens Club because they figure, the League of Assassins will protect this because I'm the demons here. Only for them to all just be killed. They're all just like on the ground dead. And then Nasa is just like right there with a sword in her hand where she just got done killing the last one. And she's like, and then she knocks Lee out and then grabs Barbara. I thought that was great.
If I remember correctly in this episode, like Gordon gets taken by Strange and tries to fuel him up with the venom in his system. And he breaks free from his restraints. I was like, does he still have the venom in his system? Basically, he enhanced his strength more in this episode.
Which I thought that was stupid.
Yeah.
I was like,
and it never gets brought up ever again. It felt like nothing happened. Like, what?
I thought he was
you just had the venom
in
your system. Basically, had veins. Yeah, I thought he was going to go toe-to-toe with him now that he was on the same playing field with him. But no, like, we're going to forget about that part.
Yeah, it's only temporary.
It's just a temp. It feels like the version of Temp V from The Boys, like using the Temp V. If you know the show, you get what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, at least.
Because I know he has not seen the show, so you got the reference.
Yeah, except he's not naked, doesn't teleport around naked. Not Jim going just naked teleporting around and he grabs people and he just shows.
Don't spoil it, dude.
He doesn't have the context of what happens. But I will say, the possessed general ordering of the bombing of Gotham, that caught me off guard when they started bombing. Just starts carrying out boom, 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 and you start seeing like
but the moment he rescues the general, I kind of had a feeling he was already compromised. And then he was going to order the strike on the city. They had to up the stakes more. They had to up the WTF home.
Yeah, they need a Trojan.
I saw that coming from a mile away that he was already compromised.
I do have some dislikes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but how did the general get into Gotham when all the bridges are blown and the water's booby trapped? That makes no sense. How he got there?
Maybe Nisa was able to smuggle him in or something. I don't know.
I mean, helicopter. I guess maybe
helicopter. I mean, one question is that we knew that Gordon was talking to someone on the radio, communicating through the beginning of the season.
It was that
so
guy.
I'm guessing that was Nisa behind the comms.
The Walker was the female that she was talking about. Walker was Nisa, but then
that was definitely she brought that up. Yeah, she brought it up to Gordon. Yeah, that was her behind the comms.
And also, how is a submarine that small going to carry these people, jewelry, and gold, and three?
It's a small ass submarine. It's only made for like 2 passengers.
Like, there's no way they would have got there. All floated and died, or suffocated with all the oxygen. Like,
exactly.
I'm also sorry, but how did he get inside the building? Wouldn't it make more sense if he was in the building because Bruce and the General and Gordon are all inside and. Like I said, why didn't nobody go inside the building? Okay, why did not like?
Well, the quote. Well, the quote from Pinchman. It's going to be super easy, barely inconvenience.
Because seriously, like Bane and the men show up and they're all like, "Get in the building!" Everybody goes in the building, but the main people that they're going to take. Okay, Bruce they didn't go in the building. Gordon didn't go in the building, and neither did the general. You would think the general would at least go in the building, but Gordon, everybody gets shot. Everybody they need to get stayed outside the building.
Yeah,
everybody that they needed to get. I'm like, you basically gave them a win. Like, you're like, thank you for being ignorant. Also,
in your stupidity.
If they were using real bullets to kill them, they would have scored.
Yeah, they would have.
Bane would have been high fiving because like, we got them all, yeah.
Like, where you going, everybody?
Yeah. Also, the Penguin pointing a gun at Barbara, and then Lee and everyone saying, "Don't point a gun at a baby." He goes, "I wasn't." Okay, he said, "Well, you were."
That scene was way too silly. Like, don't put the gun at the baby.
Sorry.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
I'm like, that to me was cheesy.
That felt so goofy. That scene was so fucking goofy.
Bruce should have a GPS chip on them at all times. The way on himself, because the way he gets chased and gets caught missing. I will say Barbara opening up her purse, only realizing that Riddler and Penguin stole the submarine part, and I love the line where she goes, "Those bastards have sold the sub part." I thought that was a stupid line, but that made me laugh. Those bastards stole the submarine part.
Stole the submarine part.
I put it in my dislikes, but it kind of did make me laugh. And Bruce kills a dude by hitting him with a piece of chair and gets stuck in the guy's throat. Like, look, when he escapes through the fire, like he burns the fire rope. And which you never see the fire rope after it burns. You don't see burning rope. It's clear rope afterwards. And then he takes the chair and stabs the guy in the throat and kills him with it. I'm like,
well, to be fair, because to be fair, that the ropes the fire was CGI. That was done in CG,
yeah.
So they kind of screwed that part up.
But he kills the guy. He hits him with a pin and then stabs him in the throat. And he goes.
Was he stabbed? Oh yeah, he probably was stabbed in the throat. I probably missed that part.
You see a piece of wood go in the guy's throat and then he's bleeding, gushing out blood. Like,
so basically, he just straight up murdered that guy.
Yeah, it's like, well,
it's like, damn, Bruce.
And then Selena yelling, "Somebody help!" When Bane wiped out. I already put that. Yeah, someone wiped out everybody in the building. Yes, but yeah, that's my dislikes in the episode. But
what's your score?
I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. This is really good, solid episode leading up to something.
Ryan's like, I'm gonna give it an 8.
No, well, I'll go 7.5. I liked the Alfred scene enough to give it a little bit extra. Like I liked that quite a bit. But for now, let us get into the penultimate episode of the
say it the way we said. Say it.
This is season 5, episode 11, called "They Did What?"
Gotham returns for the final 2 episodes.
Fire on my command.
The final season of Gotham continues April 18th on Fox.
Exactly. So, the episode aired on April 18th, 2019. Following the city's bombing, refugees retreat to the GCPD while Bane takes command of the military. Cobblepot and Enigma decide to remain in Gotham and stand with the GCPD against Bane's forces. Selena retrieves Lee, and she and Bruce use one of Jeremiah's recommissioned bombs to destroy Wayne Enterprises headquarters, slowing the military's advance. Gordon rescues Barbara and the baby from Nisa, who kills General Wade and escapes Gotham by stealing the submarine. In a final standoff with the GCPD and the refugees, the military turns on Bane, who surrenders. Gotham's reconstruction begins, and Gordon is appointed commissioner of the GCPD. Realizing she did not give her baby a name throughout the chaos, Barbara decides to name her daughter Barbara Lee Gordon after the 3 people she trusts. Elsewhere, Cobblepot Enigma plan to eventually take over Gotham, and Bruce departs from the city, promising to return. Here's one of the silly scenes I wanted to just get that thing out of the way first. The scene with Enigma and Penguin, just when they were about to now talk about taking over Gotham after this whole chaos as resolved. They were about to ready to murder each other, and they brought out their fucking knives, about to ready to hug, and suddenly they changed their minds. Like, I didn't understand the point. Like, are you really going to keep us in suspense? You really going to make us believe that those characters one of them are going to kill each other, like Romeo and Juliet style?
They don't trust each other. They don't trust each other.
Yeah, but the thing is, that was stupid and pointless. Like, really? Didn't we already resolve this past this bullshit rivalry between the two of them?
You see, Matt, this relationship is soundtracked to the song "Need You Now" by Lady Antebellum.
It felt like a Romeo and Juliet. Hey, what if they actually did stab each other at the same? What if they actually stabbed each other at the same time and be like Romeo and Juliet style?
I will say I do like that. Like everybody's getting ready for Nisa and Bane coming to the building to destroy it. I also like a soldier saying he will not follow orders, and then Bane shows up in the tent and then says, he said, "I will not destroy the green zone." Only for Bane to show up in the tent and say, "Then you're relieved of orders," and then snaps his neck and then says, Does anyone else have a problem with following orders? All the men are like, nope. They're just like, they're all like, because he's like, I'll kill all of you.
Yeah, they were like, nope, we're with you, sir.
Yeah.
The whole point, when Nisa said that ordered the General Wade to say, hey, order a fail safe, only just to off himself.
Well, that was a contingency plan because once Gordon and them retook the thing, he said he was the only person that could stop it because once they snapped him out of it, then she said, so if you do the fail safe and he shoots himself in the head, that was a fail safe.
Mm-hmm.
Like she had like her and Bane had 3 contingency plans, and that was one of the 3. Which I will say Penguin. I do like Penguin because when they're getting ready to leave in the submarine, they have second thoughts about destroying Gotham. Like, this is our city. We need to fight back for it.
Technically Oswald had more second thoughts because he didn't want the city to go down. He still wanted the city to still be around, just enough for him to take over. He still wants to take over Gotham.
I do think Fox giving Bruce some gadgets and everything, and then I love like everyone at the war table and Selena saying she'll go to the Sirens Club to get Barbara and Lee and the baby, and then Gordon talking about how he's ready to fight, and Gordon saying, You warned me about all these years ago that there's a war coming and it's going to be in the streets, and you were right. Because remember in the first season when he's about to shoot him in the first episode in the pilot?
Oh yeah,
there's a war coming.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that until you brought it up. Yeah, they were in the GCPD. Him and Gordon and Oswald were having a talk on a conversation, hearkening back to what he had told them from the beginning when he was taking him to the docks, about to execute him, saying that like you said before, I'll echo what you said, that there is a war coming, a terrible war. There'll be blood on the streets. This is about to come to reality. And I did like that part. That was actually one of the standouts of the episode, because since now that they're going to go to the end, it's no surprise that they're going to the writers wanted to do a parallel, harkening back to the pilot episode where it all started.
I will say Bane telling his men to fire at Jim Gordon, and then Penguin shooting the guy in the face saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, he can't hear you," with a bullet in his ear, only for Bane to throw a grenade up there. Penguin
and then like half of Penguin's face just goes away.
First of all, don't stick your head. Here's the thing. The one stupid move that he did, why would you stick your fucking head out when you're about to get your head blown off? When there's a bunch of 50 fucking armed military men are about to blow your fucking head off. Not a smart plan, Oswald.
My question:
have you been in a firefight before?
Sunglasses like on a barricade in the middle of a battle. Like, they're not tactical.
Well, they're trying to give him his classic monocle.
The scene when they're on the top of the GCPD when they're trying to stand their ground, it feels like they're trying to replicate of the Battle of Helm's Deep from the Two Towers.
Yeah. By the way,
I don't know
this
if
is in my
the
negatives.
hole in the barricade has been brought up, but that was exactly that. Like, that orc running and diving in, and that whole thing was Helm's Deep.
Remember, this is some negatives I have right here. But when you first saw the episode, remember they foreshadowed this in the pilot, okay, or in the first episode of the season.
Yep.
It was dark at night. That it's not dark. It's like during the day when they do this fight, and I'm like, was this not shot like at the same time? Because
might not be.
Because I'm just sitting there watching this, I'm like, this is not the same shot. Remember, we saw like he goes for Gotham, and then they go da 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 da, and this is.
So all that was like taking place at night, and suddenly it's daytime.
Yeah, like all of a sudden they're like when they start to get ready for Bane's army, like Bane's not there. I went back and just did a watch of that scene, and I'm like, that is not the same scene.
Yeah, it felt very out of place.
They shot it first instead of like how Hannibal did it, where they shot it all at once, and then they just took scene from there, and then later. They did this. They shot this first, and then said, "Okay, we're going to shoot the real part of it later." And I'm like, "Why would you even do that thing? Because it's not going to look."
Yeah, that it's weird.
I mean, that to me was like that kind of took me out of the episode a little bit.
For me personally, I was expecting to have a crazy all-out war with the military and then the GCPD. I was looking forward to that. But I feel like that the battle felt so anticlimactic that I wished it could have added better battle sequences. It felt like it was a rushed out war sequences. Well, no, felt like war battle sequences. It felt rushed to me, especially when we get in towards the end where now they're about to finally do their final showdown on the streets at night, and then suddenly, for some stupid fucking reason that I already brought up in the beginning,
you mess with all of us.
all the people and the citizens coming out when they were supposed to go to safety in the fucking Narrows, in the tunnels, and have Barbara leading the safety of the refugees. No, let's come out and just stand our ground. It's like, hey, you mess with us, you mess with all of us. Pulling that whole Spider-Man 1 sequence on the fucking bridge.
Spider-Man the bridge.
They watch Spider-Man 1 and feel like, hey, let's take this. Hold my beer.
Yeah,
the only reason that scene was even added was because of 9/11.
First of all, you're a fucking idiot. You're taking a fucking newborn child into a gunfight with a bunch of military trained armed soldiers. That makes you a fucking D-bag. You're a total douchebag for doing that. You're a bad fucking mother for doing that stuff. And then suddenly they changed, and suddenly the military decided to pull a curveball and just turn on these two, Bane and his henchmen, just like that.
We'll bomb a city, but we draw the line at executing a newborn baby.
We bomb a fucking city, but we're not going to kill civilians in front of us. Like, what? Are you kidding me? You literally bombed the fucking city with people in it, you fucking idiots. This is so fucking bad writing I've ever seen in my life. Like, you fucking just built this shit up for no reason, only just like, no, we surrender.
It took five seasons until
let me tell you something.
He blew the fucking. You bombed a city, a fucking city.
I know you bombed the city not so long ago. Oh no, you're gonna suddenly you fucking blink when there's a bunch of civilian refugees, including the fucking newborn baby. But you had no problem bombing the fucking city with people in it. Are you kidding me? This is how bad the writing really is in this show. It feels like we just need to resolve this very quickly. We got to wrap this shit up very quick. Because we even though we built this up for a fucking major war, only to give us a little short battle sequences, and then the second time it's just like, no, we're not doing that. No, that was stupid.
Matt's
bad writing.
I'm trying to think. Here it is, right here. This is how Matt feels.
I have a few questions, starting with what the fuck.
No, there's another one. There's another one. What I felt here.
What? What on God's great earth?
That rant was amazing.
Oh god, I had to get that shit out of the way because this is ridiculous. I mean, I will say, here's the thing: the redeemable qualities I have at the end of the episode. I did like when now that Bruce is going heart to heart with Alfred one last time, Alfred telling him like, "Hey, I will never replace your parents, but you've always been the son that I never have, and I'm always proud of you, Bruce." Just when he was about to leave Gotham, I did love that scene. That scene stood out to me the most out of all of it. And it was no surprise that we know that the newborn child is going to be named Barbara right after her mother, because they want to follow the comic book lore, in which we saw that coming from a mile away. And to have her have a middle name Lee, named after Lee, that was cute. It almost reminded me in the scene in the epilogue of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, when we see the epilogue of the time jump, and Harry's son was named two headmasters at Hogwarts who got killed off early in the movies. Albus Severus Potter.
Yeah.
It felt very similar.
I will say I do like Penguin and Penguin, Gordon Riddler, and Bruce and all of them walking, like doing the cool guy walk when they're slow-mo walk, getting ready to face Bane's army. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was all really cool. By the way, Bruce is down there. He's just throwing bombs like grenades. I'm like, what is Bruce just doing? He's like,
well, no, he's not throwing. Well, actually, he's not throwing bombs. He's throwing smoke bombs.
He's like, I got you.
Just to create a blind, just to keep them blind in the firefight.
He's like, I got this. He said, Bruce is so useless in the fun. Like,
but also with his plan to destroy the Wayne Manor building just to block off the military, I feel like that kind of felt very redundant. Like, what was the point of that?
Also,
that strategy?
Wayne just disappears from the fight. Like, he disappears. Bruce leaves, and then Talia says, "Oh, I told Bane to go." So basically, we blew a hole through this checkpoint, and then Bane goes somewhere, Bane's like, I gotta go, guys. You got this, Bird. Hey, Bird, you got this, right? I'm gonna go chase Bruce Wayne down, but then I'll come back to the fight when we're at GCPD headquarters. All right.
But the showdown when Selena and Bruce were doing a tag team up against Bane on the streets, the way that he was able to defeat him, he got defeated by swarm of bats.
That was very
I was ready for him to say that line from Batman Begins, like, back up.
I will say I like Bane.
And then did you notice that when they shot in the visual effects shots of the moon, when the bats were swarming in, and then you see for a split second, it's more like if you blink you miss it moment. The bat was just right near the center of the moon, doing that whole Batman logo of that sign, kind of like the Tim Burton's of the first Batman '89.
Yeah, I do like Fox telling you to take the generator, you can use it as a bomb. And take Jeremiah, and they're taking Jeremiah's bomb and turning it. So it's like, you're taking that and turning it into a bomb to stop Bane's men, yeah. And so we're gonna blow up Wayne Tower, and then you can use it to stop Bane's men. And I like when the building goes down. They said they're only delaying the inevitable. And Gordon getting caught in a trap set by Nisa, where like when she walks in, like they take out the men, and then Barbara stabbing Nisa the same way her father was stabbed in the chest.
Oh, I hated it. I fucking hated it. That was so bad. Like the way, because that's because he dies. He dies by getting stabbed in right near the same spot that Nisa got stabbed. She still survived it.
It's not a cursed dagger for her. It's a cursed dagger for her.
Yeah, but you can still stab. You can still die by a stab wound like that in the gut. You would be dead.
I mean, people get stabbed all the time and live in movies.
Yeah, but that's why it's movie bullshit.
I mean, there are people have gotten stabbed. I mean, Sean Ben got stabbed at a bar.
And I mean, it all depends on which spot you stabbed him in. It all depends on the spot.
I mean, as long as you don't hit a major artery, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. You're right. And the one thing I don't like, she fled. She fled like a bitch. I didn't like how they treated the Nisa character. She gets her ass beat by two people with Barbara and. She's supposed to be a martial artist, of trained fighter, way more skilled than Gordon and Barbara combined, and suddenly she gets her ass beat by those two. But I guess that's what the writers wanted. She
tells the general to kill himself. Plan B, and then goes bam, and then they're like no, and then she runs to and then gets in the submarine. She goes, "That idiot wasn't lying. That idiot wasn't lying when he said about the submarine."
And she takes the submarine. She snatches that submarine.
How the hell the submarine was sitting on like 4 cylinders? How the hell did you get in the water? That's my question.
Good question. How did you get that in the water?
Because you have to get like a 18-wheeler to get it in the water, or like a big ass truck.
Yeah, you need to get some kind of a vehicle to like 18-wheeler to fucking lift the submarine and move it into the water. How is that? How is she able to do that all by herself?
Yeah. Also, and then she takes Edward's dog too. Like she takes a penguin's dog, Edward.
Oh my god, he's not happy. And then she took the dog, his dog. That's a no right there.
I will say, I also Bane being impressed that Blue building up his own family building. He thought that was clever. I like when Bane said that. He goes, "You blew up your own family's building to stop me." He goes,
yeah.
And I thought also, and then like Bruce sitting the bats, and then Jim meeting his baby for the first time, and Bruce and Alfred's heart to heart about how he's trying to protect him this whole time and didn't realize he needs protecting. And Bane saying, "This is not a war. This is a firing squad." I thought that was great when he said that. I honestly like when all the people showed up. Okay, I thought it was like, because it's like, and then like when him and Birds and still like are gonna kill the people, but then all the soldiers are like, "I'm not gonna kill a baby." I don't know. I just thought that was cool.
Give me a break. I'm not gonna rant again on this one. Are you really trying to justify this scene? Really?
I thought it was a good scene. Okay,
it was fucking awful. This was so forced.
I don't.
This is my another reaction for one last thing right here.
Oh, come on!
Is there anything else you want to say, Ryan? Because like any more you want to say about this episode?
I got some more stuff, but yeah, say Ryan.
I know you have a lot in your notes, dude.
I wrote a lot of notes.
No, honestly, Collins, go ahead, take it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Penguin mad that Nisa stole his submarine, like, and then Riddler like, "I feel nothing." And both of them agreeing that they choose to be villains over heroes, where they're like, I'm tired. I don't give a shit about being a hero. And Riddler's like, "I would rather be the city's greatest enemy than the city's hero." He says working at a dead end job, and he says I don't feel nothing, which I thought was I like that because they're like, yeah, we are not heroes, we're a monster, and I like that, and I also like Jim getting promotion to Commissioner Gordon.
Yep.
He deserved it, you know.
I completely agree. He definitely deserved it. It was a long time coming. Like we know. Here's the thing: that the final season, we already know that they're tying up loose ends. Basically, now we need to get to the point where these characters are and what they're meant to be, following that same traditional origin story. But we know that Cobblepot and Nigma were going to take over Gotham. The team up was just temporary. They were never going to be the heroes.
Yeah.
They were going to be the villains. They were going to seize the opportunity.
I do like Bruce giving Selena the note saying he's leaving for Nanda Parbat, and then Bruce saying goodbye to Alfred. Like, I'll be back in 10 years. Bye. And then
I'll see you in the next 10 years.
I'll see you in a decade.
It's like the quote from Just Friends that is Ryan Reynolds' buddy. He's like, yeah, see you again for another 10 years.
Yeah. And then Bruce leaving for Gotham. There are some things I don't like about this episode. Like Penguin saying, I'll miss you to Edward, and then the Riddler saying, I'll miss you too. And then Penguin saying, You're no, not you, the dog, Edward. and then when we saw the I already said that about like being day and night, and showing the cop behind B, but there's literally when they're firing at, like when the war's starting, they're firing at Bane, okay, and there's a cop behind Gordon like this going bam bam with a pistol. I'm like, why are you shooting behind it? What happens if you do this?
Also, the whole firing squad in the position is not a
out.
really good position when you're in the middle of a firefight. And apparently apparently the military people are stormtroopers and they are terrible shots. They're literally fucking like 5 feet away from them and they can't get a good aim. Their heads are sticking out.
And Bane's an easy target. Like, that's my next note. He's an easy target, okay? He's not even hiding. Him and Bird are literally standing right there.
They have the high ground. I have the high ground.
He basically should have been shot like 50 times.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Bane's like, you underestimate my power.
And then he gets his legs chopped off, and he goes, "No!"
Chow.
And then his penis looks like a charred hot dog.
His whole body's charcoaled.
So basically, this whole entire plot is a ripoff of The Dark Knight Rises.
The whole fucking season was a ripoff from The Dark Knight Rises. Let's just be honest.
I'm sorry, this makes no sense that Bane would be able to be 1 minute at the GCPD storming it, and the next minute be chasing Bruce Wayne down. Both Riddler and Penguin are chewing up the scenery. They're literally like arguing about, when they're arguing. There's a scene
when they're arguing and bickering.
Yeah. Also, we're like, oh, she took the submarine, and it's kind of submarine. It's also kind of dickish for Bruce.
I mean, here's the thing: maybe you should not maybe you should not leave the submarine. You should have left while you still could. You had your chance and you blew it.
And also, it's kind of dickish that Bruce just left Selena there.
I mean, I get why. Because he had to leave. He had to leave because he had to go off and train.
Leaving is fine, but he left her a note. He didn't say goodbye to her, kiss her goodbye.
Yeah,
he just left.
That's Batman. He leaves notes. He doesn't say goodbyes. He doesn't do goodbye. He's not very good with goodbyes. Let's be honest.
But I will say though, this episode is basically the ending of Gotham. Like the next episode is kind of like, that's why it's called The Beginning, because
they said so in the synopsis that in the beginning there's going to be a 10-year time jump.
Yeah. The next episode is literally like the first.
It feels like it's an epilogue. The final episode is an epilogue.
And exactly, yeah, because this is like literally the conclusion to the show.
It feels like that this has became the new trope when they end the series. They have one episode, a second to the last finale. This episode felt like more of a series finale than the next episode, and then the next episode they cut to more of the epilogue.
And it's gonna be Bruce sitting there, just like at his computer, jerking off, being like, "Selena." And then Alfred's like sitting there, just like Alfred's just sitting there with with his cane, going, "Master Wade, remember when Bane broke my back?" And then he's like, "Oh, I kept falling and I can't get up."
Master Wayne.
If y'all weren't going to do it, like someone had to do it.
Every time he looks at that whip, every time he looks at a Catwoman's whip, I'm setting it up for you guys to click the button again. Every time he looks at Catwoman's whip. He says every time he sees a cat, every time he sees a pussy cat, every time he looks at a pussy cat, he.
Jizz in my pants.
Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, hold on, I'm trying to find that video. Fuck. There it is. There's every time he tries to Google search her an image.
Jizz in my pants.
every time he watches the movie Selena, he.
Jizz in my pants.
Wow. Okay.
That should be the new. That should be like the remix of the music video "Jizz in My Pants" Gotham edition.
When he smells smells tuna,
Oh, that's way worse.
smells tuna at night from a can when he opens a can of tuna.
Jizz in my pants.
Do you all have a score or what?
Every time I think about a score, every time I think about a score.
What's the score, Jake?
I will say, my score. I'm gonna give this Jizz and Pants great score. Now, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna say this is like a 9 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
For this score, minus all the stupid shit towards the end, but there's some good stuff that I liked. I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10 for me.
I'm signed with Collins. I'm going 9. Really like this.
Yeah, because we both guess what we both did.
Every time that they both are in a sabbatical in the score.
Jizz in my pants.
Okay.
The student would get Ryan pissed off right now.
What did you all think of the episodes? Let us know.
We know what they thought of. You know what they thought of, Matt?
Jizz in
This is what
my
they thought of.
pants.
Comment
Okay.
below. Let us know. Thank you all so much. I mean, we still have the watch party to go, but thank you all so much for watching Talking Gotham. And like I said at the top, all this is moving over to Small Zero, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe over there. We're live pretty much every Friday talking about all the recent movie news, trailers, and whatnot. So be there for that. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff over there. So be on the lookout for that. This was the plan the whole time. So now that Small Zero is established and we got it up and running, we are just moving stuff over. But Collins, where can the people find you?
I know you're gonna do that.
Don't
Jizz in my pants.
Oh, they can find me at 3D Movie
I'm like, you
Cinema.
know what? The next time you have a thought,
3D.
Let it go.
At Real
You were
3D
saying?
Jake where I will have my review for Ready to Rumble. You know, by the time it says my review for Ready to Rumble review, it's a wrestling comedy. I mean, part of it I like the story, but you know when you see it, but by the time this airs, you'll see that my review for that will drop. And then of course, Small Zero every Wednesday or Friday, and then of course, Talking Gotham, which is wrapping up soon, and then of course I have this video where I will be reviewing.
Jizz in my pants.
Okay, what about you, Matt?
You can find my YouTube channel at Matt Wyatt92. You can go and watch my non-spoiler review for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I also did a spoiler discussion on Ryan's personal channel a while ago. Definitely watch that. And we got a lot of stuff coming up this weekend, mostly
It's
on
really
Sunday.
great.
This
It's a lot of
Sunday,
good stuff.
here's the thing. This Sunday, I will be uploading our the review that we just did called Green Lantern 2011, leading up to the show Lanterns, that we will be doing a live watch party that evening. So keep an eye open for that. The title of that for the Green Lantern show will be called Project Lanterns, and that's something I'm very excited to do. I can't wait till we do this whole live watch party every week for Lanterns. I'm so excited for the show.
It's gonna be great.
And
You know how good it's gonna be.
In my pants.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. You can check out our side project that Jake and I have done for X-Men 97. We have like 4 videos, I think 4 or 5 videos uploaded to the Small Zero channel. I will have the another episode for episodes 9 and 10 for the finale of X-Men 97 season 1, so keep an eye open for that. And that's and also, one thing I forgot to mention, Monday evening, we will be covering the upcoming for that news that we're going to be covering for D23 for the special Small Zero episode as well. So keep an eye open for that one, and make sure you go and subscribe onto the Small Zero channel. Help us grow that channel. We would really appreciate it.
Yep, all the links down below. Subscribe to us over there and subscribe to these guys' personal channels. As far as this channel goes, I have a lot of stuff planned for 96 Project, for a lot of other projects coming up. Scary Mania, Chris Mania are already pretty much mapped out for me, so I would appreciate that. A look in, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching Talking Gotham. Thank you all so much for watching Small Talk. It's really sad that these are not going to be on this channel anymore, but it'll be going to Small Zero, and we'll be doing tons of amazing things over there. So please go and subscribe over there. We would very much appreciate that. But for Matt, for Collins, my name is Ryan Cam.
In my pants.
Good night.
Sharpton for president, y'all. I'm outie.
Jesse Jackson for VP.